Look, it's 23rd MAB, and we home, man. Let's cook. Hey, man, look, so today we got us a new banger for you boys, man. We got Impressive. Salute to Impressive, man. She always drop the best videos, man. She breaks it down to the T. You hear me? I love her. She's amazing. This video is called Saweetie SLEPT with Chris Brown behind Quavo's back. I can't wait to hear this. Like, this is what I want to hear because I just did the reaction for Chris Brown's song, and I was blown away when he said that. I was low-key in shock, like, damn. Chris Brown wasn't playing with that boy at all. He went crazy. So let's go ahead and break this down. Hopefully Impressive can tell me something that I don't know, because I'm curious to know what's going on. Like button, sub button, let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive channel. The feud between Chris Brown and Quavo is getting messier and messier. And I'm going to have to break this down. But before I do, I first want to thank Misplay for sponsoring the video. Let me get into this messy topic. I don't know what is in the air, but everybody seems like they're fighting. Now, Quavo and Chris Brown's little feud has been going on for a couple of weeks now. And it all started when Chris Brown took a shot at Quavo in his song Freak. And I did a whole breakdown on this. Apparently, Chris Brown feels a way that Quavo was messing with one of his ex-girlfriends, Karrueche Tran. And Quavo did respond to Chris in his song Tender, and he bragged about bagging Karrueche and said that Chris puts his hands on women, and he also insinuated that Chris be snorting coke. Y'all gotta listen to that. That song is funny. But Chris Brown came back at Quavo. He dropped the song called Weakest Link, and I was gagging. First of all, how does Quavo allow Chris to out-rap him?
He did him dirty.
Chris is a pop-lock and R&B singer. Why on earth is Chris out-rapping?
But Chris can rap. Like, we know this already. Chris is actually, he one of them dudes who was just blessed with many talents, right? He paints, he can do graffiti, he can dance, he can sing, he can crip walk, he can act. Like, he's one of the ones God just is like, you know what, bruh? Just take it all. You feel me? Like, respectfully, no glazing. You know, he definitely has a lot of talent. And when it comes to rapping, he can out-rap Quavo. Quavo's not like one of those rappers. You know what I mean? I said this before. He was the face of the Migos, but he was nowhere near the best one. He was considered the weakest link. Like, if you follow the Migos, you know that Offset and Takeoff was the two that was lyrically going crazy, bro. So Quavo was just like the Beyonce of the group, but he didn't have the Beyonce talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't the one that was carrying the group at all. He was literally just the face. But yeah, it was wild. That diss Chris Brown just dropped was definitely fire though.
These rappers, what on earth is going on? But let's get into these lyrics, because these lyrics are nuts. First of all, Chris made it clear that he ain't tender and he ain't one to play with. He's definitely about that life, and I believe him. He also said this: "You the weakest link out of your clique. Let's keep it 100, Igga. You F my ex-hoe, that's cool, but I don't give no F, little Igga. Cause I F your ex.
She be cracking me
when you
up.
was still with her, B. I'm up, little Igga. They say revenge is sweet. Now think about that ish. Don't let that line go over your head. I just might sing about that ish. I had her feeling about that D. There's something sweet about that ish. I got some tea about that B, but I ain't gonna speak about that ish." Oh my. Now, Chris Brown was making it clear that he was talking about messing around with Saweetie while she was still with Quavo. I mean, he said sweet and tea. So he made sure that people caught it. He didn't want people to miss it, okay? And I don't know. This line does add more layers to this whole feud between Chris Brown and Quavo, because I thought Chris had an issue with Quavo all because he was still caught up over Karrueche. And I do still think that's the root of his problem. I do think he felt away when Quavo started dating his ex Karrueche. But obviously this goes beyond the Karrueche factor. These two don't like each other.
Yeah, they don't.
Period. Okay, they hate each other. And the fact that Chris Brown allegedly messed with Saweetie while she was still with Quavo is crazy. That's some crazy tea. And Saweetie responded by saying, "Let me go rewrite these Nani verses."
So, like, when she dropped this to me just confirmed that Chris Brown was inside of her guts going, berserk. All right, because I'm telling you right now, if someone said that they smashed your cheeks, right, in a battle while you was with somebody else, the first thing you're gonna do is shut that down. You're not gonna play. You're not gonna have nobody just play with your name. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh, let me go rewrite these verses. You're gonna be like, nah, he lying. That ain't never happened. That boy's lying. But instead, she dropped this. I'm like, well, nah, that's a horrible defense. You pretty much confirming what Chris Brown said, because I would have been out there going crazy. Ain't no way. So salute to Saweetie. She grown. She can get them things. She can get that thing up to anybody she wants to. She's a beautiful girl. I'm not surprised at all that men are after her. You know, her, Karrueche, Rihanna, they all beautiful girls. So I get it. In the industry, this may sound weird, but I don't understand the whole interchanging other women. Like, hey, I got her for 3 months. You get her the next 3 months. They share the same 15 to 20 women. Even Colin Powell, the Celine Powell, the girl who like is an ultra thought who exposes all the rappers, they still be smashing her, knowing there's a high chances of you getting exposed. Like, I don't get it. I'm so confused by that. But back to Saweetie, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I do not rap. I don't know why. I'm not a fan of her rapping at all, right? Don't rap about it. Just come out and put it in the story. Like, just say, no one smashed these guts. I don't know what he's talking about. But right there, to me, you're confirming that you cheated on Quavo with Chris Brown. I'm curious to know, though. Fuck all that. I'm curious to know, how does YG feel about that? What the fuck? Because I would have woke up like, hold on. So, wait. If you cheated on Quavo with Chris Brown and you was in love with him and we just started dating, what does that mean for us? What is that? Hold on. I would have been looking at her like, huh? You never told me you smashed Chris Brown and Quavo, and then they got you tied up with Offset and a few others too? Boy, hold on. I don't know if this is worth it. I don't know if this is worth it. I mean, she's a beautiful girl, but damn. You didn't say no to nobody? You didn't say no to nobody. You just said, come through. Like, you didn't say, yeah, you didn't think about it? Like, hey, you know, like, that's crazy. Anyway, respect to her, though, man. She's gorgeous. I get it.
So Saweetie's promoting her new song, Nani, and apparently she got some words for Chris. Now, I don't know if she's going to go in on him or not. She might even deny the rumors, but I think she's just inserting herself in this to get promo for her new single.
That's exactly what she's doing.
And I'm not mad at it, but I do think this can potentially get very, very messy. I mean, it's already messy enough as it is. But I think Saweetie responding to this kind of confirms these rumors, because if she stayed quiet, people would have speculated, but they wouldn't have anything to go off of.
Yeah.
But now that she kind of came out and responded to it, it does make her look a little guilty. And this is not the first guy that she was accused of cheating on Quavo with. It was alleged that she cheated on Quavo with his group member Offset.
That's crazy.
This caused the Migos to break up. I don't know how true that is, but those rumors have been out there, and they still haven't been addressed by either Saweetie or Offset. So
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I think I'd be curious to know. Like, I understand a lot of celebrities, we want to be like, the publicists are telling them to be quiet on certain things. This is why I couldn't be an entertainer or a rapper or whatever the case may be. Because if I hear something about me, I am going to shut those allegations down immediately, right? I'm sure she's heard about her and Offset and how that makes her look. Like, hey, you was dating Quavo, but the rumor is that you slept with Offset. And, you know, Offset has a wife with Cardi. Like, you know, his wife is Cardi. That's something I'm shutting down immediately. Not just because of Quavo, just because of your own, like, people's perception of you as an artist and as a person, right? Like, wait, are you out here ruining marriages and like throwing a coochie to his brother? Like, that's family. Not only are you about to ruin the Cardi B and Offset's marriage, but you throwing a coochie to his group mate and his damn near his brother. That to me is something you got to shut down. Like, I don't understand why y'all will let somebody play with y'all name like that. So if it's not true, shut it down. 5 seconds on story. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, Offset. We ain't got no relationship. We high and by and that's it. Like, that's it. I don't know what y'all niggas on. Shut that down.
Might have to come out and dispel these rumors, because they're out here making her look messy.
Exactly.
And all she be doing is minding her business.
Stop that minding business.
I definitely want to hear what Saweetie has to say in her song Nani. Now back to the topic. Chris Brown also said this in his diss song: "Stop talking about beating girls. You was beating bees on the elevator. We seen them tapes. That's devastating." So he's referencing the whole scuffle that Quavo had with Saweetie on the elevator. He also said, "You doing bad. You a bee. And your music trash. Fashion Week, they sat me next to your lame ass. And I was truly mad. All I kept thinking about was breaking your face, but I gave you a pass. You lucky I ain't want to F the money up, boy. I would have broke you in half."
Yeah, that to me was weird. Like, I don't understand why DDG and Quavo didn't switch. Like, if I'm Quavo or Chris Brown, I'm like, we switching or something. Like, y'all put DDG in the middle, right? Put somebody else here, because I can't sit next to somebody I don't like for a whole time. Like, there's no way I can sit right there, and they're literally knee to knee. Them niggas is they're bumping knees. They're bumping knees for an hour. That's why I'm saying I thought the beef wasn't that deep until I heard the diss record. Now I know Chris Brown ain't playing. Like, he dead ass serious. He brought off Take Off the whole. It was bad, bruh. That he went crazy on Quavo. Quavo can't respond because he can't rap like that. He's not a rapper. He's not finna go crazy like that. That is a club banging sensational rapper when it comes to club bangers. That's about it.
Chris also said this, and this right here was foul, but this is what he said: "Show me that I'm tender, B. Time to prove what you just said. R.I.P. Takeoff. He the only real one I got true respect. Crazy how when he died, everybody wished it was you instead."
Was crazy.
Oh my gosh. This is just diabolical.
That was crazy.
Diabolical. Like, that's just a mean thing to say.
He went for the juggler.
Come on, Chris. This was my reaction when I heard that. No, Chris washed Quavo. Quavo, I don't know how you're going to respond to this, because Chris sounds like he wants to fight. And I'm not talking about in songs. He wants to fight you, Quavo. So you better hope you don't run into him, because Christopher Maurice Brown ain't nothing to play with, child. Now, since we're talking about diss songs, let's talk about this mess. Taylor Swift still has smoke for Kim Kardashian. In fact,
let this rock.
She dedicated a whole song to her called "Thank You, Amy," and she purposely capitalized the letters K-I-M to spell out Kim.
That was clever.
And she's still upset at the fact that Kim leaked that video call of her and Kanye talking about the Famous song. Now, just to give a backstory, Kanye said in his song Famous that he made Taylor famous. He said, "I made that be famous." And Kanye did make sure to get Taylor's permission to use her likeness and name in the song. And she agreed with it. She agreed with it. Yeah. However, when she heard it, she didn't like the fact that he called her the B word. And from the way the media tried to spin the narrative, they made it seem as if Taylor knew nothing about the song, when in reality, she did. And Kim leaked the video call of Taylor and Kanye to prove to the public that she was aware of the song. And after Kim exposed this, it did make Taylor look bad, and she got a lot of backlash. People were calling her a snake, and it affected her. She said this affected her psychologically. Even though it didn't do anything to hurt her career, it just affected her reputation. And you know, Taylor is very hypersensitive about her reputation. She's very serious about it.
Okay.
So she got upset, and to this day, she still hasn't forgiven Kim or Kanye for it. She called out Kim in the song "Thank You, Amy," and said, "There's a bronze spray tan statue of you and a plaque underneath it that threatens to push me down the stairs at our school." So she was kind of saying that Kim was like the high school bully who kept picking on her. She also said, "I don't think you changed much, and so I changed your name and any real defining clues. And one day your kid comes home singing a song that only us two know is about you." And she's actually referencing the TikTok video of Kim's daughter North dancing to Taylor's song "Shake It Off." And in the song it said, "Haters gonna hate, 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 hate." So basically Taylor was like, listen, that line is really about you, Kim, and your daughter doesn't even know it. She dancing to it like it's all good. But ain't nothing good around here, because I still don't like you. I still don't trust you. So that's basically what Taylor had to say about Kim. Honestly, I think Taylor needs to let it go. In the end,
Nah,
she
talk
did
your
come
shit.
out
No, ain't
on
nothing wrong with
top.
that. Yeah, she well, she
So
definitely
I
did.
don't think she needs to harp on
She
this
definitely came out on
anymore.
top.
But see,
Taylor Swift
Taylor
was on top.
wanted to
Yeah.
add a little spice to the album. I mean, everybody is fighting right now. And Taylor was like, well, I want to be one of the girls fighting too. So she brought up her old feud with Kim. You know how it is. It's all for publicity.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this.
It's actually a smart, even though it's old, it happened years ago. When it comes to marketing, it's extremely smart. It's old, but it's like, and she didn't go deep. It could have been worse. Like she didn't say everything on your body is fake. Like you know what I mean? Like she didn't say you had sex with half of the NBA, which she could have said. You know what I mean? She could have said so much more, but she kind of kept it lighthearted, so it wasn't like ultra dirty. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't crazy at all. That was like a light. It wasn't even a jab. That was like a little. That was a little pinch of a diss. That was a pinch of like. What do we? That more like Indian bird. That was a little bit of the what do you call them? Indian bird? Yeah, one of those little things, man. Like that wasn't nothing. That was whatever. Anyway, impressive. I love when you rap. You my favorite rapper on YouTube. I love when you rap for real, man. You did a phenomenal job breaking this down. Saweetie situation is actually interesting. I don't know when she dropped the song. I tell y'all this all the time. When it comes to female rappers, I think Saweetie is not. She is just not good at rapping to me. I can't. Anyway, I'm trying not to bash her, man, but she's not. She's really not like one of my favorites. But she's a beautiful girl, and I think that she's entertaining. And that's about it, man. So when she write her verse, is she gonna diss Chris Brown, whatever the case may be? I don't know. But the best thing she could have done was remain quiet. If it's true, remain quiet, right? If it's a lie, come out and be like, it's a lie. But her saying, I'm gonna rewrite these bars, you confirm that you cheated on Quavo. And it's a bad look. It really is a bad look because your verse is not gonna be harder than what Chris Brown dropped, and you dissing somebody. You're not the best rapper. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's a lose lose. Like you think Chris Brown is at home worried about a Sweetie verse? Like maybe if you expose him, but Chris Brown already been. Chris Brown gonna be Chris Brown. Like this, he's already reached the bottom of the bottom. He's fought through it all. He got a 15-year career. He's mega successful. There's nothing more that you can do. You can call him a cokehead. We seen him. I seen him do it on camera. Everybody's seen the film of him doing it on camera. It doesn't matter. Like you're in L.A. First off, in L.A., doing drugs is like breathing air out here. Cocaine, all them different drugs. That's normal in L.A. You know what I'm saying? Like plastic surgery is just like going to get a bag of chips right. You know what I mean? It's literally the world is changing. Right, it is what it is, man. Like everything's out there, everything's exposed. So if he did do drugs, who haven't done drugs in the industry, this industry is weird. It is what it is. I'll take him doing drugs than being a pedophile, respectfully. Like button, sub button. Stay locked in for more reactions. I'm gonna see you boys soon. Kingston, Majesty.